Myself, M. Karthik Kumar Reddy, working as an assistant professor in Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions in the Department of Civil Engineering in Foundation Engineering subject in Unit 3, that is Earth Pressure Theories. I'm going to explain about add to earth pressure theories. So this was in the last class we have discussed about lateral earth pressure at rest condition, about three conditions: at rest and active and passive condition. So now let us try to discuss on active earth pressure. So how we can estimate active earth pressure? You must remember when this active earth pressure will come into picture. Whenever the whenever the retaining wall is pushed towards the backfill soil and then your active earth pressure will come into this picture. Now various research workers have been found on theories to estimate the active earth pressure. Mainly two are used, that is they are Rankine's active earth pressure and Coulomb's active earth pressure. Both both have some advantages or disadvantages. One has some limitation over the other. We will be discussing all these aspects one by one. So first let us try to see that or what do we mean by Rankine's active earth pressure. That is, so as we said that it is the active earth pressure, you see wall is moving away from the backfill. Rankine assumed that the rotation of the wall takes place along this point, which is at the bottom of the soil, and the failure takes place along this failure plane, which makes an angle of 45 plus 5 by 2 with the horizontal. So you see the failure wedge which is getting formed is triangle in nature. That is, this is the one, and then delta x is the wall movement away from the soil. Plus delta x is the wall movement away from the soil. So if we plot, let us say normal stress, because you have seen that. So you see here, you have already studied in our soil mechanics course that what you mean by mode circle. Now if I plot that mode circle, that is a variation of normal stress and the shear stress which we plot. So you see if I draw for different conditions, the if we draw for different the normal stress versus shear stress, we get a circle kind of thing. So at any particular depth, if sigma v is the vertical stress, k naught sigma h, I am taking off here active earth pressure. You see the wall was moving away from the soil. So at any particular depth, if sigma v is the vertical stress, what will happen is that sigma v is the vertical stress as the wall. Let us now start moving simultaneously or instantaneously. So for the first case, if wall will be at rest, so in that case, what will be your horizontal stress? That will be simply you have to multiply the vertical stress at that particular depth by k naught. So you see this more circle area, which is the smallest one, the smallest circle is there, which is corresponding to the more circle at point A, and that is at rest condition, that the wall is not at all moving. Now, when the lateral earth pressure started exerting on the wall by the backfill, what will happen is that wall will slowly slowly start tilting away from the soil. So you see at any particular, say at any particular tilt delta x, I say this is the second circle, second mode circle that the wall has started moving away from the soil. If sigma b is the vertical stress is not going to change at that particular depth. So accordingly, corresponding to that wall movement, your sigma h will be changing. So now sigma h, so now sigma h will become, so any particular typical value, and that will be the different from the sigma h at rest condition. So more circle will start moving in this particular direction from right to left, and as the movement, so more circle will start moving, and as the movement of the wall increases, there will be one situation where the more circle will touch this Morse envelope. That means that as soon as it is touches the Morse envelope, that is the soil has failed. The equation of the Morse envelope, you know, it is already is S is equal to C plus sigma tan phi, where S is your shear strength, shear stress, C is your cohesion, and sigma is normal stress. Phi is the angle of internal friction. So when this Mohr circle, when the when the wall movement has become that much, the Mohr circle corresponding to that condition, it whenever it touches a failure envelope, that condition is called as active condition. So, and you can see here that the horizontal pressure corresponding to that, it is called your sigma A, that is active earth pressure. Sigma A is called as the active earth pressure. So it was at rest condition and the moment of went on increasing. So the Mohr circle will go on shifting in this particular direction and attains at A attains a maximum value of horizontal stress just before failure, that is what is called as active earth pressure. So you see here, Mohr circle, as I explained you, Mohr circle corresponding to a wall displacement 0. Now, so if Mohr circle corresponding to a wall displacement goes on increasing as it corresponds to Mohr circle B. So Mohr circle B is corresponding to the wall displacement which is greater than 0. Now, as I explained you that if the wall movement goes on increasing, the corresponding Mohr circle will touch Morse Coulomb failure envelope, and this corresponding to this Morse circle see in this particular in the figure. So I hope this is the mechanism is very much clear to you. Otherwise, you will get a alt. I will repeat that the first Morse circle corresponding to sigma V and is the lateral earth pressure at rest condition. That is when the wall displacement is 0. As the wall displacement increases, is the wall is moving away from the soil. What will happen is that it will go on shifting in the particular manner. Means wall displacement is moving and a condition will come that corresponding to that wall movement, the the more corresponding and the more Coulomb will touch the failure envelope, and that condition will correspond to the failure condition, and the corresponding lateral earth pressure will be known as active earth pressure. So you see, more circle see that this is the failure condition in soil mass. Corresponding horizontal stress is sigma A. A stands for active condition, that is referred to as Rankins active pressure. Now you can know in the Mohr circle two extremes, one extreme corresponding to the another extreme. One extreme corresponding to major principal stress and another stream corresponding to minor principal stress. So in case of active condition, your major principal stress is sigma V and the minor principal stress is sigma A. That is the active pressure corresponding to the active condition. So I write here as major principal stress, which is equal to sigma V, and the minor principal stress is equal to sigma A. Now as you have done, I think first level the relation between the relation between the major principal stress and the minor principal stress. So from the principle of the theory of the elasticity, we can get the expression for sigma A. Sigma A is equal to sigma V tan square 45 minus 5 dash by 5 by 2 minus 2c tan of 45 minus 5 by 2, which will become sigma A active pressure as sigma B Ka minus 2c root Ka, where Ka is equal to tan square of 45 minus 5 by 2, which is called as Rankine's active earth pressure coefficient. We have seen that in the earth pressure at rest, that is K naught, that was the lateral earth pressure coefficient at rest condition. Here, K naught corresponds to the rest condition of the Rankine's active earth pressure. Since we are discussing the Rankine's theory, so this is corresponding to Rankine's active earth pressure coefficient. Now, here we can draw the lateral earth pressure diagram because it is always because it is always better to draw first each earth pressure diagram, because after that your problems will become very simple. That simply you have to take the area of that earth pressure diagram, and then you will know the total force per unit length of the wall. And once the area is known, you can find out that what are the different areas which are acting, and then you can find out the line of action of the resultant force. So we are trying to develop the active earth pressure variation with depth in case of Franklin's active earth pressure. So you see here, what does this expression give you? What does this express? What give you that at any particular depth, if sigma means your vertical stress, then a part of this active, earth pressure is given by Vk, sigma Vka, and a part of this is minus 2c comma, where sigma a is equal to sigma Vk minus 2c dash root over k. That is soil is cohesive soil. In case you can simply, if it is a purely cohesive soil, you can provide simply cohesive soil, you can provide phi will be equal to 0, and if it is a purely cohesionless soil, you can put simply C2 will be equal to 0. Now if you see that in this figure, the first part is your at any particular depth, it will have the triangular variation, and which is equal to your gamma v sigma v into Ka. Now you see this second, that is the second term with negative sign. So here have this rectangular portion, sigma vk is triangular, and sigma vk is triangular, and sigma h minus 2ck is rectangular portion. So here for the first one is the triangular, and for second one it is the rectangular portion. And if you combine these two, what will be the resultant? You can see it is very interesting. Here it is 0. It is minus 2c square root of Ka. So it will be towards upper side. So you see 2c square root of Ka, and here at depth z is equal to, that was at depth z is equal to 0. Now at depth z, is equal to h, what will be the case? If you combine sigma b Ka minus 2c square root of Ka, simply, so one situation will come where this lateral earth pressure will become 0. So you can see here at this particular point, the lateral earth pressure is becoming 0. So now let us call that the depth z, the situation is arising. At depth zc, the situation is arising. What is the physical interpretation of particular depth z, and why it is becoming 0? Lateral earth pressure is becoming 0 is explained in the subsequent sizes. So you see that z is equal to 0, your sigma v is equal to 0, and so your sigma h is equal to 0, z is equal to h, sigma v is equal to gamma into h. At z is equal to 0, active earth pressure will become as minus 2c root k, minus 2c root k. That is due to the development of tensile stress. This tensile stress increases with depth and becomes 0 at z equal to zc. That is, zc is equal to 2c by gamma, 2c by root over gamma ka. That is, zc is called as depth of tensile crack. Tensile stress is the tensile strength in the soil causes a crack along the soil wall interface. Total Rankine active force per unit length of the wall before occurrence of tensile crack is PA is equal to integration of 0 to h gamma a dz. It will become as gamma z ka dz minus integration of 0 to h 2c root over k into dz. Finally, it will become Pa as 1 by 2 gamma square Ka minus 2Ch root over K. After the occurrence of tensile crack, the force on wall will be pressure distribution between Z, Zc and Z equal to H. It will become Z is equal to Zc and Z equal to H, and it is expressed as Pa is equal to 1 by 2 of h minus 2c by gamma root ka into gamma h ka minus 2c root ka. Thank you.